Hi, and welcome back to Recover360 Total Shoulder Health. In this video, we're moving into phase 3 of your recovery, weeks 12 and beyond after your total shoulder replacement. So this is a very exciting phase. You've already built a solid foundation of mobility and strength, and now you're ready to increase strength, return to more functional activities, and even start sport-specific movements if that's what you're trying to get back to. So today we're going to cover progressive strength training, how to safely build muscle and endurance around the shoulder, returning to daily activities like lifting, carrying, and other household chores, as well as sports-specific exercises for those returning to recreational activities. So by the end of this video, you'll have a clear path forward to regain full function and confidently return to your lifestyle. So let's get started. So what to expect weeks 12 and beyond. So at this stage, your shoulder should be stronger, more stable, and moving more freely. Pain should be minimal, and you may still feel mild soreness after activity, but sharp pain is not normal. If you feel lingering stiffness, some gentle stretching can help. Range of motion should be near full or fully restored at this point. So you should be able to reach overhead, reach behind your back, and reach across your body. You may still need a little extra work to regain full mobility depending on your starting point, but they should all be progressing. So what if you still have limited motion or pain? If you're struggling with mobility or pain past 12 weeks, let your therapist or doctor know. Some patients need a little extra time or additional therapy before returning to full activity. So in this phase, we're going to introduce progressive strength training. So now that your mobility has improved, it's time to build your strength back to support your new shoulder. So some goals of strength training in this phase are to improve muscle endurance, improve joint stability, as well as increase your confidence while doing daily or functional activities. We also want to try and prevent future injuries by getting you stronger and giving you more support. Some key principles for strength training is to start light and progress gradually. Use light weights, 1 to 5 pounds, sets of 15, or resistance bands before progressing to anything heavier. You want to focus on controlled movements, so no jerky or fast motions, and strengthen the entire shoulder complex, including the rotator cuff, some scapular muscles, as well as your upper back. Some exercise suggestions early on. You might start with isometric and band exercises for rotation or rowing. We're going to use some scapular retraction or work on the shoulder blade muscles to help improve posture and shoulder blade control. And then 14 weeks plus, we might move to some dumbbell strength where we're doing shoulder raises, where we start again light. We're going to do bent over rows. We're going to build back the shoulder blade and back strength, and then move to some functional strength training probably around the 16-week mark. You might start doing modified push-ups or wall push-ups, strengthening the overall shoulder stability. And then lastly, overhead press with light dumbbells or an exercise ball to improve that functional strength overhead. Again, that's only when cleared by your physical therapist. So how about returning to daily activities? So one of the biggest milestones in this phase is returning to functional activities, but with confidence. So lifting and carrying objects are one of those. When doing that, we want to start with lighter household items before progressing to heavier objects. You want to use both arms when possible to reduce the strain, again, on your maturing or healing shoulder. Keep objects close to your body when lifting and avoid reaching too far away. From a household chore perspective, you should now be able to do almost everything. So folding laundry, vacuuming, sweeping, and doing basic cleaning tasks without any pain. You can also start carrying grocery bags, but start with lighter bags first. Avoid, again, excessive overhead reaching with heavy loads until fully cleared. Yard work and more demanding tasks can also be done. So you might be ready for gardening, light shoveling, or carrying light bins. If you're doing repetitive shoulder movements, just make sure you take frequent breaks to avoid overuse or fatigue of the muscles. A red flag during this is if a task or a movement causes sharp pain or swelling the next day, scale back, give it a little more time, or decrease the load or resistance. So how about when we introduce sport-specific movements? So if you're a recreational athlete, now is the time to safely reintroduce sport-specific exercises. But who's ready for these sport-specific movements? If you have near full range of motion, you can lift comfortably 5+ pounds without pain, your shoulder feels stable and control, and you went through a comprehensive rehab progression, sport-specific progressions might be appropriate. For golfers and tennis players, you might move to gentle swings with light resistance or practice without full force. Slow and controlled form and wrist movements are going to be done to rebuild control. Swimmers might start with water-based movements before doing full strokes and avoid aggressive overhead movements initially. Pickleballers and racket sports, slow again, controlled swings without power, maybe some light ball taps to rebuild reaction time. For those gym goers, we're going to progress to overhead press and pull exercises cautiously. We want to avoid heavy bench pressing. And the rule of thumb is no pain equals safe progression. But if there's pain, we need to scale back. So to summarize, pain should be minimal in this phase and motion should be nearly full. Strength training should be gradual and controlled, and you return to lifting, carrying, and household activities with caution. If returning to recreational sports, follow a structured progression. At this stage, you're transitioning to full independence. But remember, listen to your body and keep progressing at a steady but controlled pace. The next steps here are really to continue strength building exercises 3 to 4 times a week, or to practice daily movements with confidence, but without overdoing it. So remember, if you experience setbacks, consult your therapist or care team before increasing activity. In our next video, we're going to cover long-term maintenance strategies to keep your shoulder strong for years to come. And as always, if you have any questions, please reach out to your care team and stay strong, stay active, and I'll see you in the next session.